Future viewers, thank you, thank you for sticking with me during this series. We are not even close to being done, and I'm not just saying this because we're fairly early on in Shining Force 1. There's a lot of Shining Force out there. And one of the unfortunate parts about running a series like this is that there's some extremely fun things, in my opinion, that I would like to show off about 2.5 games from now. I can't even start to guess where or when that would be. But I'll try to remember it and call back to it if I get that far. I will try very hard to do that. Well, I already showed you the general layout of this map. And the skeletons are making sure to stand on places with a good defensive bonus, so I won't be able to knock them out easily. On the other hand, if they stay there, I can just keep doing this. Now, the Pegasus Knight movement is a little scary because it seems like they might just crash down on me at any time. By the way, if you examine Xylo's movement range, you'll notice that he doesn't care about terrain a whole lot. As you can imagine, that's a fairly big advantage on a map like this. I would like to get another level or two for Max, but with the skeletons set up like this, that might be easier said than done. Max will only deal 2 damage to a skeleton standing on a tile like that, so even a setup like what you just saw is not going to be good enough. I really appreciate sprite-based games that change your weapon graphics depending on what you're carrying. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what he's walking through, Xylo don't care. Now, I think that the creators of this game really like Xylo and his design. How do I know that? Well, call it a hunch. I feel like they really wish they could dedicate more frames of animation to something like that and make it look even more awesome, but sadly, that'll have to wait until later games, I guess. That sort of animation is what I would expect a promoted unit to do. Okay, but I can't guarantee that this particular skeleton will stay at 1 health. Why do I say that? Because these skeletons are carrying medical herbs and they will use them. How they work on a skeleton? I have no idea. But this game doesn't have things like the reverse healing rule of Final Fantasy games. And once again, we have snipers that are too stuck in their ways to just walk one space to attack something. Oh good. Here is a chance, not a guarantee, to gain some experience. Well, Tao doesn't need experience anytime soon, but I'd like to get a kill for Anri if possible. And Chris is no longer a destroyer of worlds, so I'll need to be a little more careful about getting her some experience as well. Although I think there'll be enough soft targets to not worry about that too much. Like, it's feasible. But even that's going to drop off as we go, I think. My esteemed Landgrisser playing brother expressed horror at the idea that I would attack an archer with a flying unit, and I can understand since I've also played Landgrisser. Games are just weird that way. Well, at least I didn't miss with an important attack. Yeah, it is not easy to provoke those guys. I think it would be interesting if, at the halfway point or so, the enemies started being smarter with their movements. I think that would be pretty cool. Alright, I think Blaze 1 will be enough now. Well, that's an odd place to move. That's a much less odd place to move, though. Yeah, that's very threatening. Any kind of double attack or crit would have ended things in a very embarrassing way right there. Well, at least he's less prone to being killed in one hit now. Provided I can get healing to him in time. But I don't think those skeletons are prone to move at all, and I don't think they'd be great at moving through forests regardless. So I should be okay. I don't think Ken will kill one of those guys in one shot in a forest, but I'd rather not take the chance. Ah, not quite. Embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Well, if Anri got killed by that, I would have deserved it. She wouldn't have, because it's not her fault that I placed her there. Not that heal. Oh no, that's a milestone. It's been a lot of maps for Heal 1 to just have no trouble recovering any wounds at all. Well, even right now, it only has a chance of being insufficient on very high health characters. I think that'll leave it at 1 health. Not ideal. Well, how much do you need? That's a fair bit. Well, Xylo could go and claw one of their backliners up, but I couldn't really follow up on that, so I'm gonna wait just a little bit. It'll happen though, don't worry. Actually, this seems like a good formation to throw out a Blaze 2. But I better be ready to move some frontliners up. Well, I wasn't able to land it before, but I sure can now. I actually forgot that she gets Blaze 2 before Freeze 2. But don't expect Blaze 2 to stay ahead anymore. And the reason for that is it will never level up again on Anri. I have no problem with this progression because this is still the point where Blaze 2 will be pretty helpful. And by the time we need something else, we'll have something else. Yeah, in Shining Force 2, they're a lot more eager to move forward and attack you once you're in range. But in this version, I guess they like their formations. Alright, I hope Tao moves again soon. Lizard Man attack power is really high. Okay, well, I've been kind of moving back and forth on whether terrain effect increases your defense or decreases incoming damage by that amount. But if damage was decreased by 30%, then she would have taken something like 2 or 3 damage from this difference in attack. But that wasn't what happened, so I guess that answers the question, huh? As hilarious as it is to just be able to walk up and do that, unfortunately, I can't really afford to give Xylo kills yet. So given the way he still deals out fairly heavy damage to tanky units that are in good terrain, you can kind of get an idea of what kind of a murder machine that guy is. I think that aside from Max, Xylo is the first melee character that I know with 100% certainty will stay to the end. Oh no. No one can reach. Well, what you gonna do? Let's see, level 8 is still kind of on the low side right now, isn't it? Well, not exactly. Gong needs some help too. He kind of needs a lot of help. And I think he'll be able to deal more than 2 damage. So I'm gonna do a risky thing here. Man, Max does not hit very hard. I mean, that was with a crit, and it was still only so-so. Dang it. Yeah, all the skeletons have those healing herbs. Aw. Man, it is tough to get a kill for Balbaroy right now. Yep, I knew that was coming. Oh wow, the enemy missed an attack that could have been important. That's a turnaround. That is an unexpected thing. Well, so far, this part of the battle is going fine. I am a little bit nervous about what's going on here. Depending on who they decide to gang up on, things could go badly. Nah. There'll be plenty of chances for her to get kills. And they gave this part of the battle a lot of recovery. It's I gotta say though, it's kind of refreshing to see enemies that have the common sense to bring healing items with them. I mean, it's bad news for me. But I can't say it doesn't make any sense. Alright, that's good. I think Balboroy can finish that. In retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have put Ken in attack range of 2 skeletons. Well, maybe I can distract one of them. Well, more health is perfectly okay. And they give the healing items to the tankiest guys, too. That is fairly smart. It's also fairly smart to have a whole bunch of very mobile enemies attack when I'm kind of slowed down by all these trees and such. Credit where credit's due, you know. Alright, so she is mostly caught up. And I'd like to save a little magic for later anyways. Alright, don't miss this time. I think it's especially impressive that they have different graphics for various weapons, because there's several sprite models that hold their weapons in different ways, which means you can't really copy and paste that sort of thing. That is extra work. Yeah, those Rodenfaust guys had good reason to take special measures for Xylo. That is a scary person. I don't know if this will be quite enough, but it's worth a try. Ah, that's a shame. So that tankiness is a little bit deceptive. Xylo's defense is not super high. It's high enough that the good terrain makes a big difference. Alright, I think I have a plan. I think Chris will go before Gong does. She can go and finish off this skeleton, and Gong can finish this one. Everyone else will move forward. It does mean that the healers will lag behind a little bit. But I have enough of a front line that I should be able to retreat whoever needs help without compromising my position too much. Alright, so she's really close. How does his attack power measure up? 18? That's it? That's barely enough to do damage even though they're flying. If things get bad enough, I might have to equip or even use the power ring on Balbaroy. I mean, even Hans has a better attack power than he does. I better leave him here just in case the skeleton decides to go attack someone else. Why is it running away? Man, their movement seems very odd to me. That choice of who to attack also seems odd to me. That is a very menacing graphic, by the way. After playing Fire Emblem, you might not expect a Pegasus Knight to look like that, but I approve. I thought for sure that all four of them would attack at once, but that's not what happened. I'm glad this is what happened, but I also feel a little bit insulted. Remember how I talked about how useless the speed stat was in this game? That makes it seem like the slow spell would be equally useless, because all it does is mildly affect the turn order. But the spell description is kinda lying to you. Well, I guess after that amazing level, reaching level 7 wouldn't do a whole lot, but still, I'm disappointed. Anyway, if you've played Shining in the Darkness, you know the truth. But since that is unlikely for all of my viewers, I'll explain. The slow spell and the appropriate speed up spell also affect defense. So slow will reduce enemy defense and speed up will increase it. And that is a useful effect. Provided it hits. I don't think it's guaranteed in this game. I don't think Balbaroy can tangle with these guys. I need to get a softer kill for him. So many of my frontliners are level 9 now. Oh, that would have been a very convenient thing to hit. I don't think May's attack power is 27, but I should check anyway. Oh yeah, it is. Alright, so this hit would be equally convenient, provided that Xylo doesn't do something crazy, and he might. He seems like the sort of person who... Oh, that's not the kind of crazy I was looking for. Twice in a row? Okay. By the way, Xylo is not by any measure the strangest sort of character that I'm going to encounter here. Oh, this could work well. That'll soften him up the correct amount. Alright, well, that was nice. That was really nice. And what does Hans need levels for, anyway? I think he's gonna be the next person I replace. As much as I'd like to give more levels to Max, I think Balbaroy needs this more. Oh wow, that was a turn rollover. Okay. I don't want to lead the Pegasus Knight away. And yes, that is going to be a long walk. My apologies. Even though I'm not the one who designed this map. Now, what would be really scary if there were a lot of spellcasting enemies in this place, because it'd be tough to approach them, and well, the terrain defense boost would not help even a little bit. But that's not the situation. So, good news for me. I guess I better start walking to the next fight, huh? Or flying. That works too. What is with this? Oh well. I don't know. And that's another turn rollover. That's convenient. But I think it shows just how much luxury I have. What? Ah. I really need that next sword upgrade. I think I'm gonna let Gong have that. Anyway, it just shows how much of a luxury I have that I can just afford to miss that many attacks and things are perfectly okay. Like, that's how heavily things are in my favor right now. Yeah, so there's no question that these brand new enemies will give plenty of experience. So if possible, I'd like to give a kill to Max as well. Though of course I'll have to be careful with that. How close will I have to get to grab their attention, though? Wow, Xylo. Xylo will do it. He'll be able to reach them no problem. Man, it's great to have characters that can actually move through maps like this. What a welcome change. But you know, those map designers did not have to put just those two people all the way over there. That seems a little bit rude. I mean, Chris is going to be left so far behind. I mean, it's nice that Hans can move through forests, and I guess he can do a few points of damage, even though I barely had him shoot at anything at all. Alright. Well, as we've established many times in this game, the levels cannot always be winners. And I think they got some complaints because levels in later Shining Force games are much more stable. Wow, decide to attack Xylo instead of Max. I guess they're still focusing on getting rid of him. Not that I necessarily blame them. Xylo is, my guys cannot they just cannot hit anything right now. Ooh, scary, scary. I don't think he's gonna deal 8 damage. I guess if Gort can finish this one off soon, or Balbaroy, that can happen now. That would be good. I do not... I've said this many times before, but in that case I think it bears repeating. I do not understand. I guess he wanted to move to this spot and attack Max. That's the only explanation I can think of. And that would be an odd but interesting benefit of moving Max to the front lines. The enemy just kind of trips over themselves trying to get at him, and it ends up going in your favor. I think it's time to move most of the people forward. Oh, that makes things risky now. Yeah, I mean, it's there to be used. It's a little expensive. But it's available and it will solve the problem. Yeah, that's another nice thing about this mobility. Xylo can just move back as far as he wants to the healers. Man, we got a real dry spell for level ups this time. I guess after a couple of those super amazing levels from before, it was bound to happen, but still. The disappointment. Oh, we got a turn rollover. Oops. Well, Gong can heal him from here. Alright, so, while this outdoor map is not as bad as some, it still isn't what I'd really call interesting or especially dangerous. That zombie level in the church, though, that was scary. That had a lot of enemies that were willing to move forward right away, and the ability to use space to defend against them was fairly limited. That was some exciting map design right there. Yeah, just as I thought, nothing will persuade that lizard man to move forward. Which means I could cheese it if I wanted to. But I'm convinced that would take too long. Mostly because of that guy. Well, judging by the recording clock, this is one of the lengthier maps, but I guess that is what happens when we have an outdoor map with a lot of terrain like this. Still not as bad as it could be, thanks to, well, mostly Xylo, but also Balbaroy for being able to move around and get stuff done. But I won't say that it has no effect. And I've said it before, but the art design for the characters and monsters are both amazing. Oh, sure. Sure, I'll do that. Do I really want to, though? Yeah. It hurts a little because I don't intend to keep Hanzo around forever. Oh, he actually got health for once. But the tactical opportunity was just too much for me to resist, even though I was in no serious danger. I have no excuses. I'm sorry. Oh, now that's disappointing. I expected better from you, Xylo. And moving Max there means that no one else can go in and use a ranged attack. Oops. Oops. I need to think ahead. I never had that problem. Well, okay. I rarely had that problem when I was playing Ring of Red. Although that was, if you can believe it, a slower paced game where moving even one character was a big deal for future moves. I had to be extremely careful about each move that I made in that game. So I found myself planning ahead more about who wanted to go where. Well, that made up for it. I think that's a good way to close out the battle. Yeah, I think it'll take a couple levels before Xylo's attack power goes up anymore. Also, that's how much damage he did in places like this. It's gonna get real fun when we start getting on 0% defense tiles. Wonder what they ordered him to do to change his mind like that. Wow, they're so dramatic about everything they say. It's almost as bad as that play we saw before. Well. Yep. Here it is. Here it is. They've got it set up alright. As you can see, this map is set up for a very singular purpose. We'll go into more detail about what's going on next time, but there's been plenty of fighting for the time being. So we'll see you next time. I promise you it will be fun. Bye.